Vladimir Putin never ever misses a golden opportunity to truly show off his undeniable bravado and, as they often say, his remarkable forcefulness. That's precisely why he will most definitely make the journey to Budapest to cross streams, so to speak, with Donald Trump there in a highly anticipated meeting. This will also be a completely pointless event, just like Ankara was. After all, Donald Trump, yes, indeed, Trump is absolutely ready to talk. Trump is certainly ready to persuade. Trump is truly ready to coax, to promise, and to threaten if necessary. You see, you can truly talk almost anyone into practically anything, but attempting to persuade or trying to convince someone with schizophrenia or even to scare it even with atomic doses of Clopixel has never worked. Not even the greatest and most distinguished psychiatrists succeeded. Not Korsakov, not Krepelin, not even Kandinsky, who was on familiar terms with schizophrenia. And Trump, what about Trump? He's not even a psychiatrist. He's not even a luminary in that field. Well, he'll get his in Budapest if everything goes as planned there. For now, everything is highly uncertain. Trump will get another dose of the Pechenegs and will be forced to endure the real Kremlin ghoul for a long time, making his lips into a bow. In general, of course, it's terribly hard to be a politician. Terrible, just terrible. You have to put on ceremonies when sometimes, on a human level, you just want to straighten the ribbon on the wreath and spit on the photo on the grave cross. But Trump probably is much more interesting in every sense of the word, much more triumphant, as he himself put it, to bend Putin to his will, forcing him into a humiliating intermission for Russia. From Trump's particular point of view in the ongoing war, such a profound coercion looks much more impressive than simply burying the ghoul in the rubble of his dilapidated bunker, or at the very least, smearing him in a thin, almost imperceptible layer along the Kremlin wall. Because quite obviously, an intermission in the war, a complete halt to the hostilities, is absolutely deadly for Russia. But excuse me, please, there is truly nothing more deadly, nothing more utterly fatal that Russian history can possibly offer anymore. And Trump, yes, indeed, he decided once again to assert himself. And as a result of his phone conversations with Putin, everyone, of course, became somewhat disheartened because, according to the rational expectations of the world, the only one who should be talking to Putin is Tomahawk. This dialogue would have been brief but extremely substantive. Finally, what is called the total mind blowing of the Russian Führer would have taken place. But even then, there was no reason to be sad because everyone must understand there is already a war going on, essentially, in essence, a potentially global one. And Trump is not obliged to be sincere with the press and the public. For the press and the public, it's always a performance in such cases. And all the most interesting things remain behind the scenes. Undoubtedly, Donald has already been fully enlightened. He profoundly understands that for the ruthless Kremlin maniac, any semblance of peace is utterly deadly, and even a temporary truce is absolutely fatal. And psychiatrists, I repeat, have explained to him the futility of trying to force a severe patient to behave adequately. Of course, it is understandable that the patient can promise to behave to be the absolute pride and joy of the entire ward, but just 5 short minutes later, you see, he's invariably back to vigorously sucking on the bed leg or playfully flirting with the intravenous drip, completely oblivious to his earlier promises. It's the same story with Putin. He has long been Putin. He threw the world at me. Now, this is almost entirely clear to everyone because notice, as soon as the crucial Budapest meeting loomed prominently on the political horizon, as soon as this significant event was officially scheduled, immediately the powerful Washington administration, immediately the White House itself deliberately leaked crucial information. previously unknown details of the meeting in Canada in Anchorage. It turned out that there, the ghouls still managed to infuriate Trump. He started lecturing him about the Pechenegs, about the wise Yaroslavs. And Trump apparently just yelled at him and canceled the joint reception. Well, he yelled at him is my version. In the original source, it says raised his voice. And so he canceled that gift giving banquet. It's important to understand that in Budapest, though it's not certain it will happen, the chances are high. The same ailing Putin who was in Anchorage will be coming. And the same mentally healthy Trump will be coming too. It's very hard for them to understand each other. The Kremlin guy has no new nonsense to hang on Trump's ears. And to his symptoms, perhaps only this hysterical fear has been added.